right.
technique. All right. You use the only purpose of roll in space is changing your orientation.
Makes sense.
So you use it to manage like your field of view. All right, let me see. I am going to need an invite back to the party, but might as well wait and see that I successfully load in to the game first. Miss Bueller, I'd like to, thing is I only started yesterday. Hey man, that's no problem whatsoever. We got Diamond is new. Wabbit
I'm pretty
is
new, yeah.
pretty new, yeah. So I'm big on helping out new people.
Yeah, you won't be the worst pilot there. Trust me.
Plus, in this world, got a job. Gotcha with Spieler. So, needing sleep, yeah, that's understandable. That's all right. But as far as the fact that you only started yesterday, the sooner you get in with somebody who knows what they're doing to help teach you, the better. That way, you're not wasting time learning to do things in bad ways. I hesitate to say wrong, but learning to do things the wrong way, and also the less frustration you'll have. Helping your buddy get his bounty certs back. Okay, cool.
Okay. I am in orbit of Hurston. Yay for me.
Cool. Hopefully, we'll be back there. Oh.
So I'm trying to set. I did have my HOTAS set for just a single access for forward, and I click the button and go in reverse. But now I'm thinking about it, I want to flip back. I can't find the setting I had before, so it would split it. I thought it was straightforward back.
It is. Yep. Okay. So actually, wait a minute. They changed the way that it reads in one screen, but not in the other,
Right.
so it causes confusion. So I think now it actually just shows as throttle or something like that. Hang on a second.
Is it throttle forward back?
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
They changed the wording there.
Yeah, there it is. It just rebound. Okay.
But they didn't change it in like the other screen where
Right.
you make actual adjustments to it and everything. So, okay, so I did get in. Might as well just disband the group. Whoever has lead.
I have lead. I have lead group. I don't have disband. There it is. Disbanded.
All right, I'll start invites. Iron seems to be okay, but invited. DiamondSlug invited. Wabbit invited.
All right.
And he needs a little time. Okay.
Let me fix my dead zone real quick.
All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit here. A little bit of prep. Just need to find a suitable time. With Spieler, well, I start streaming at the same time on Thursday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday nights. Well, actually, it's an hour later. I start on Thursday nights. If you're not in the U.S., then that's basically like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday's the long stream, though. So, like, if you're in the U.S., I usually stream all the way through the day on Sunday. Like, I start Saturday night and then stream usually 24 hours. If you're in Europe, then that would be all the way through Sunday and into Monday morning. Very early Monday morning. So basically, you might as well say all the way through Sunday. Okay. So right now there's actually lots of things that drive me crazy about the current flight model. For those who are not already aware, before I stopped playing Star Citizen 4.5, 5 years ago, somewhere around there. I guess it's 5 years ago now. I was one of the best Star Citizen dogfighters in the world. I'm not anymore. Now I am better than non-PvPers, but not as good as the vast majority of PvPers who actually take their PvP seriously. I very strongly disapprove of the current flight model. I think that, and so do a lot of people, think that the current flight model sucks for dogfighting. So it's a little bit disheartening as far as me being motivated to actually try to get really, really good again. But I do want to at least get decent, and more importantly, want to have some friends to fly with me that I help get to be decent. Are you in your Hawk? No, you're not in your... Oh, you're in the Mantis. Okay, cool. We can do that.
Are you talking to me?
Nick.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so situated here a little bit.
Yeah, I cannot wrap my head around this control scheme. I keep rolling when I
That's
don't want
okay.
to roll.
That's okay. Just all you can do is fly with it that way until you start to build the muscle memory, right? Were you never a mech warrior?
No, I did play Mech Warrior, but it was always the same thing. The roll was always the Z-axis, the twist.
There is no roll in mech warrior.
Okay, not Mech Warrior, but other flying games. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm flying while talking. My brain's not quite doing all at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me in a nutshell. I totally understand that. You're just gonna have to build the muscle memory. It's all it takes. Anytime, I've been through it. If I didn't play Star Citizen and was playing flight sims for like 4 years, and then I came back to Star Citizen and I was as screwed up as you are right now. But
I mean, this goes. My muscle memory goes all the way back to Descent 3. I don't know if you ever played Descent 3.
Oh yeah, I played all of the Descents
Yeah.
except the free space ones, which apparently were like basically had nothing to do with Descent.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. It's just going to be a matter of do it. So keep in mind, you're flying with your left hand essentially, and then your right hand you're using to aim. So all we're gonna do, I'm gonna start giving you some of the basics. Let's see, where are you?
Actually, now that
Yeah.
you said that, I'm flying about 10 times better. If I focus more on my left hand, it actually goes a lot smoother.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
So you are, where the heck are you?
I'm still at the 890. It's still here.
Oh, okay. All right.
You want me to jump somewhere?
I guess you might as well jump back to Hurston here, yeah.
All right. Oh,
Roger that, Wispieler. Sunday should be good for you. All right, Pickle. I'll tuck you in and give you a good night kiss. All right. Need the Pickle to sleep well, so he can come back and harass me tomorrow.
It feels like the the hat switch that controls my up, down, left, right strafe is too slow. Like the movement's too slow. Is there a way to speed that up so it? I mean, I know it's just a hat switch. It's not like how.
Yeah, I mean, you've got yours is gonna be faster than as fast as anybody's and faster than most because it's instantaneous.
Right.
In fact, you're technically going to be sort of accidentally cheating.
Oh. Okay. Well, advantage me.
Right? So like basically what happens is because your strafe controls are instantaneous
So
from
it's
0 to
maximum thrust as soon as I
100%.
hit it. Yeah. Okay.
It causes the pip which is the predictive impact point, the little marker that tells you where to shoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It causes the pip to like dance all over the place. It's called pip wiggling, and it's a cheating technique. But so we're gonna try to like minimize that and mostly have you maneuvering correctly in preparation for when hopefully you're not using digital controls for your strafes. But
Right.
but in the meantime, that's what you got. So it'll actually give you some advantage.
That's
Alright.
funny because it feels like it's slower movement than my right stick. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, the thing is that your right stick is rotations, right? And the
Right.
left hand stick is actual linear acceleration. So your right hand stick doesn't have to overcome much inertia at all, where your maneuvering does. But the thing is, it's going to make you a lot more aware of what the ship is actually doing.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
Your accelerations, what I was starting to get at, this kills me, and I more or less have decided that I refuse to give in and take advantage of the knowledge of the way the broken ass flight model currently works. But having your speed limiter on and set to less than full actually will decrease your accelerations a little bit. Like you won't get as much thrust. And
Okay.
being in coupled mode will cause you to not have as much thrust. I have decided I refuse to break with, my many years of experience and switch to decoupled mode because I really don't see any need to do that with my setup. And the speed limiter is more a matter of me not having the mental bandwidth. So I'm actually going to fly to you to pay attention to my speed. So that's
Now I
kind of
thought,
going to be the...
correct me if I'm wrong. Question: couple mode. That's useful to decouple when, like, say I'm going forward and I want to spin around. You're behind me, but keep my forward momentum. Right? I would decouple and make
Yes.
that spin, so I'm still going forward with you.
Right. Correct. Now...
Do you find a lot of use cases for that?
Oh, hell yeah. Like we were talking about that EMP situation recently, where you're needing to maintain range on the guy, so you need to dogfight with them, but you need to be flying away from them all the time, right?
Right.
So that's a good example. But the thing is, really...
Why don't you just spin around, pop it
so
in reverse?
I don't know if this is a good idea. Yeah, but what I'm going to do for starters, you can switch to decoupled mode after you've got like the basics down the way that I'm going to teach them to you. But for now, I'm going to teach you to do this without decoupled mode.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, thank you for the follow, 47th Ronin, and welcome to the stream. Where the heck is Wabbit?
7,000 meters from you. I think I'm above you.
Yeah, I just quantumed to you. There you are. Okay. So you have your controls set up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your speed, like you have your kind of speedometer there on the left side of your HUD, right? You see that?
Mhm.
Okay. Where the little red line is, and above that it's red, and below it it's
Overburn,
green,
right.
is SCM, Space Combat Maneuvering Speed. Okay? When it's in the red, your pip is drastically nerfed. It's much, much, much less accurate.
Okay.
And your weapons are a lot less accurate. So actually trying to hit a target when you're above that speed is nerfed to hell. So you generally want to make sure you're getting down below that red line, or at least close to it, but preferably below it when you're shooting, to be able to land your hits.
Okay.
So for me, I am currently not capable of paying attention to that thing while I am dogfighting, so I need to like set my speed limiter down once I get into the dogfight. So I don't know, you said have you been like a flight simulator pilot as well, or
Yeah, I've done flight sim.
Okay,
basically
so
anything flying.
Next
have
time.
you done combat flight sim, like on any kind of significant level, like actually
Next
learning
target.
real world dogfighting?
Yeah, usually F-16, F-8 Hornets, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you're the merge, right? So basically at the merge, or as I come into the merge, is when I crank my speed limiter down to keep me out of speed, where I can actually hit or land those hits, and then I crank my speed limiter back up when I need to open up some distance or run to get my shields to recharge or whatever.
Okay.
So first thing we're gonna do is
Testing.
do a bit of a merge, but the very, very most basic thing. There's actually a series called the Legacy Instructional Series on YouTube. We'll get the link. It's !LIS. You can type anytime in chat in the stream, and it'll give it to you. That series is the lessons are written by Whitesnake, aka Vin, who is a real-world United States Navy flight instructor.
Okay.
So Vin has spent like his hobby time for the last 7 years, 8 years, something like that, adapting his real-world knowledge to Star Citizen, and basically
Nice.
trying to right. So and he's the instructor for Team Legacy, which is one of the most elite fighting forces in Star Citizen. They provide they provide security for the Daymar rally and like big stuff like that. So anyway, the first thing, the most foundational thing, is called the skidded assault. So basically, what that means, one, things will come up on you really, really fast, and you'll crash directly into them if you fly straight at stuff. So
Right.
never fly straight at things. So when you fly forward, you should see the two little arrows pointing in, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
the
your
relative
TVI.
position. Right.
Right, that's TVI, like total velocity indicator. So never ever ever have that TVI be on the thing you're flying towards. So if you're flying toward a space station to go land, don't put it on the space station. Make sure it's off to the side. You can either do that by like aiming your nose off to the side while you fly forward, or by using one of your strafes as you're flying forward. In dogfighting, we want to do the latter. So what I want you to do is fly toward me, but I want you to hold side strafe just the entire time.
Okay. Now, am
That'll
I
help
counteracting
you-
with the right stick?
Yeah, I mean, with your right stick, you're aiming, so you would use the
Okay.
right stick to hold your crosshair on me, right?
Okay. Yep.
Do you have your speed limiter cranked up to max?
I'm cranking it up now because I saw you getting away from me.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to go down to SCM speed. I think it makes more sense to do it that way, so just set it to SCM.
All right.
Next target.
So here's
Bing.
when your rate limiter is maxed out, you can't crank it back down until you bring your throttle down, right?
No, you can. Cranking it down will basically kill your
Because like
thrust
sometimes
or
it doesn't
fire the
work.
rest of the
I'll
thrusters.
try and crank it down, it just doesn't move.
Okay, so when it's way above the red line, when you're above the red line, your accelerations are also seriously gimped. So it takes much longer to decelerate from above
Right.
that than below it. You'll see it goes down a whole lot faster when it gets below the red. Okay, so you're gonna be flying at me with that skidded attack, right? There you go. So that's a skidded assault. Now you can be doing that in any direction. So you could be doing it with up
Right.
strafe, you could be doing it with down strafe, you could be doing it with side strafe. Generally, I think that when you use up or down strafe, especially up strafe, maximizes the chances that you're going to crash into an asteroid that you didn't see.
Right.
So you might want to be careful with that. You probably also, if you didn't mess with the settings, you probably still have look ahead mode on, which should help you with the crashing into asteroids, because it like kind of has your screen look off in the direction that your ship is flying in.
Let me double check that because I was curious. I saw that the other day and I forgot to look at it. I don't know if that's actually on.
Right. A lot of people recommend turning it off, and I recommend turning it off for all reasons except colliding with asteroids, so I wouldn't worry about it right now.
Okay.
It's not gonna mess. It's not really gonna mess with you much to change that setting.
Are you guys in atmosphere?
Negative.
We're just right outside an orbit.
Okay.
Okay. So that is your skidded assault. Now, what you were talking about with the roll maneuver that you were doing, right, is definitely a thing that you can do, and that's like what you'll actually use that roll control for. Now, this was my like basic standby thing, so I want you to like go ahead and like try to shoot at me, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do my right. So go ahead, and we're in party, right? We did.
Yeah, my
almost
controls are
party.
trying to fire the EMP though.
Oh yeah, that's trigger 2. Don't worry about it though; it's not going to cause any problems.
Well, I'm trying to find the trigger that's actually on my guns now.
Oh, you don't know where trigger 1 is?
Well,
That's a
trigger
problem.
somehow it got flipped around. Hang on a second, check the controls.
Yep.
I think my fire groups are backwards. So wait, EMP is fire group 2?
Yes.
I'm looking for fire group 1, right?
Right.
Why is it not? Sometimes it's... The only problem is fire group 1 is my pinky switch, and sometimes it does not register. I have to alt tab out for a second.
Hmm.
It's something weird about this HOTAS. I don't know why it does it.
Right. It's also possible that you managed to accidentally change the weapon groups in game. I'm not even sure how you do that these days.
Let me just read my game. Also, I'm flying on a different ship, so that could be part of the issue too. I'm sent to my other ship, and those weapon groups might be different.
Right.
Weapons.
There you go, sir.
Yeah, the pinky switch is registering. I gotta tear this apart and figure out what's going on.
It's SciTech.
Yep. Before they became Logitech.
Yeah. Still, even after Logitech didn't make any difference. Still same problems. Logitech was always terrible with joysticks anyway.
I think if I open up the control panel, that resets it.
Generally,
There we
you
go.
do not.
Logitech today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the potentiometer spiking is the only problem with the old Logitechs. Generally you don't want to run that software. The Logitech SciTech software is so full of bugs, it will probably drive you crazy for forever. Yeah, I had to completely abandon it when I had my X52. It's just loaded with bugs. You'll have things set up and they'll be working, and then all of a sudden just a button or a key will just stop working completely.
That's exactly what's happening. All right, it's back.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
It only happens when I've alt tabbed into like Discord. Discord somehow ruins my game nowadays.
Interesting.
It's really
Yeah.
hard. Like, if somebody joins a channel or somebody beeps in, it'll mute my game sound.
Right. Interesting. Make sure you're running both the game and Discord as administrator. It's the first thing. Okay, so this is like my classic spiral. Now, it used to be that almost nobody could hit me more than a shot once in a while I do this. And players who are like kind of noobs a lot of times still can't, but any kind of expert PvPer tears me to shreds while I do this nowadays, which is probably the biggest change and the reason that
so you're
I
doing kind of
say,
a slow barrel roll.
Right, so just go ahead and shoot at me. So let's see how many hits you land.
I'm about 2,000 meters off from you right now, too.
Right, you can go ahead and crank your speed limiter up to get caught up to me. And then to shoot at me, make sure you crank it back down to SCM. Right. Now, if you've got the presence of mind to manually maintain SCM speed instead of having to use the speed limiter, that is better because you'll get better accelerations. But you can't do that, which a lot of people can, especially starting out.
Did someone just hit me?
You guys might have bumped. Yeah, you guys probably bumped. I mean, you're both chasing after me and trying to shoot at me, so it makes sense you're going to be stored in the same place. Anyway, so as you guys see, like, you guys just like try to shoot the shit out of me, and if you weren't already, don't be afraid. I just want to see how many hits you can land. Now I'm sitting stock still, right? I'm not doing anything right now. I'm holding the exact same control inputs continuously and doing nothing else. All right. So I was teaching
the controls are killing me right now. I keep rolling when I don't want to roll.
Yep, the only thing you can do to resolve that is fly. Definitely put yourself in situations like if you go into Arena Commander and fly around the space stations is a big one. At any rate, that's essentially the core of what I have always taught for dogfighting. Now, unfortunately, rolling in dogfights now, aside from momentary, the fact that it makes it more difficult for you to hit your target. Basically just means that you're not going to land enough hits, they're going to land hits faster, and they're going to win the dogfight. The
Right.
biggest problem with the well, there's two huge problems with the current flight model for dogfighting. One is that it's all basically pure gunnery. There's no like maneuvering, jockeying for position hardly at all. And the other is that the speeds are way too high and you wind up with a whole lot of like slingshotting, circle strafing.
Right.
So, all right, hold fire. Okay, so what you can do to do what I was just doing is fly forward, hold strafe to one side and hold strafe up, and then roll. Twist your stick to roll and just hold it there, right? So hold to one side or the other and up or down, and then just roll as you fly forward. So go ahead and try to shoot at him while he does this, Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out because I'm definitely spinning too fast. What? Are you thrusting forward? You said.
Yes. Yep. So you're gonna be going full forward thrust, but with your speed limiter set to SCM.
Okay. And you said hold the hat to one strafe side, or are you doing
Yeah.
two axes?
So strafe to one side and up or down. And then the roll you're gonna manage with the twist, right?
Yeah. I'm just doing a straight barrel roll. It's not really.
Great. Well, with your twist, are you able to modulate your roll speed?
Okay, you're not doing maximum twist. I see.
Right. Generally, you probably want about half, about 50% on the roll.
How many meters is an effective range for the weapon?
That's kind of one of the things that sucks at this point. Really, you don't want to shoot above 1,500 meters.
Okay, so 2,000 is a little
Ideally,
bit
you
too
want
much
closer.
to even... Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could experiment a little bit and see various different targets depending on their flying technique and everything. You know, your results will vary, and of course, different weapons too. But with the loadouts that I recommend, they're 1,500, 500 to 1,500 meter range loadouts ideally, and that's kind of like what's considered medium range at this point, believe it or not. It's not even a short range loadout.
So on your right stick, you're twisting. Are you also hitting the X or Y axis, or is it just twist on that?
The X or Y axis is only for aiming. Alright, so just the twist. So Diamond, go ahead and try to shoot him. How luck you have.
He just keeps going fat by so quick that...
Yeah, just try to fly in a straight line, essentially, Jedi.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so then it's you that's flying by, Diamond. Set your speed limiter to SCM. Or is that Aaron?
I can't tell if I'm doing the same thing you were or not.
Yeah, you are. You are. How well you're doing it, like, it's kind of a matter of feel and
Right.
changing it up as far as, like, how fast you do it, because you can like, go in and out of those strafes, even when you have the digital, they're kind of on and off, but you can kind of tap
Right.
it on and off. You go on for a second, off for a second, or you can go whatever different rates you want. So I'm just waiting to see if he can hit you.
See, when I put my limiter on, then he just gets way ahead of me, like 3,200 meters.
So I'm going 195. That's my velocity, meters per second.
I'm going,
That's-
what, 160.
Okay. Do you want me? Should I put my limiter down a little bit?
If he's flying, like, if you're flying straight away, then, no, leave yours, leave yours where it is. So, Diamond, you would turn yours up to close the range, but don't turn it up, like, all the way, because then you're going to get too much speed up and you're going to blow past him because you won't be able to decelerate fast enough.
Gotcha.
So, that's where the speed management is major. It's huge. They're going up and down constantly.
Yeah, see, I'm having to reach over to my mouse with my left hand to get the speed limiter down. I have to assign some buttons to do that with on my joystick.
Oh yeah, you definitely you're gonna have to do something. What are you flying with, Diamond?
I'm using a Logitech 3D Pro and then my keyboard and mouse.
Right. Yeah.
I swapped the roll and the pitch, so the twist on mine is the yaw and the
What you
roll
can
is
do instead
on the-
is set a key on your keyboard or whatever for your left hand to be speed limiter on and off, like where you can toggle it on and off.
Okay. Yeah. I'll do that.
Set your SCM to, or set your speed limiter to SCM speed, and then just keep turn it on to dogfight, turn it off to catch up, and then turn it back on again to go back into the dogfight.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm gonna need some gas.
Are you trying to hit me, Jedi?
No, I thought you were going after me.
Well, I know. I'm just wondering if you're gonna come back.
He's just doing the evasive thing right now.
Oh, okay.
So are you? So is it working? You're not able to really hit him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting. I can't tell if I'm hitting him. I mean, is there any real indicator that I've hit other than?
When you have him targeted, your readout that shows like his shields and his ship should be flashing if you're landing hits. So you're not. Okay. So that's working. Okay. So go ahead, Webbit. You can stop. Now let's have Diamond. Let's have you try it. Okay. So hold up strafe and side strafe in one direction. And then be rolling, which may require some keyboard setup customization for you, so you'll have to work that out.
Actually hit me.
Remember, never fly directly toward anybody. Always be strafing, or either have, if you're going straight forward, have your nose a good 7-8 degrees off of what you're flying toward, or be holding strafe to one side or the other.
Shields under fire. Shields up.
So slow down your roll a little bit, DiamondSlug. Your roll's too tight.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my mistake at first. You want it to be nice and slow. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Looks like you've pretty much got it working.
Cool.
Looking okay from where you are, Rabbit?
Yeah,
You're the one who's
he's
watching
a
the closest.
squirrely little bastard.
There you go. Excellent. Okay, so guys, that's your foundation for trying to not die in dogfighting. Go ahead and break off fight.
Yep.
So then the next step, of course, is killing the target, which is where things get a whole lot harder, especially because that is not going to work on pilots who really know what they're doing if they're focused on you. But we try to use, to make up for the crappy dogfighting, we're trying to do kind of pack tactics, some less skilled dogfighters, which basically amounts to less cheesy dogfighters working together. To fight against these PvPers who have mastered the cheesy, crappy dogfight module or dogfight flight model. So the main thing with that is going to be maintaining range, right? So we're going to go ahead and go into a dogfight. We're going to dogfight. Now, what I was just teaching you, if you try to do that the whole time you're dogfighting, that's more or less what I used to do in the old days, and every once in a while I slip up and I start doing it out of habit. But because dogfighting in Star Citizen right now is a DPS race, all that's doing is making my shots less accurate. So it's going to actually cost you the dogfight in most cases if you do that continuously while you're trying to shoot. So that's how you're going to go defensive, right? And then you can do it more erratically. So that when I'm taking heavy fire and I'm trying to get away, what I'll be doing is, I'll be doing up strafe and right strafe. And then I'll roll a bit, and then I'll go left strafe and down strafe, etc. Just kind of be erratic. But that's basically your evasion to get away, to get your shields charged back up, to let your buddies go pelt at that guy while he's chasing you, etc. So that's mostly when you're going to use that. Maintaining your range to target is going to be one of the biggest things. So let's go ahead and set to can set to just above SCM. I would recommend setting your speed limiter like halfway between the red line and like that first little green hash above it, right? For this, so we're gonna have you sit there, and then one at a time. I don't want us to have collisions, so let's just do one at a time. So Jedi, I'm actually going to try to dogfight you here.
Okay.
But I'm going to be trying to close the range as if I'm going to use my EMP.
Right.
And I want you to be trying to keep the range open. So you absolutely, positively do not want to see the range drop below 1,000 meters. Right? As far as I know, I don't know if...
Can I see your range? Wait, so you're going to be behind me, or am I trying to keep you in front of me and keep that range?
Well, you're going to be dogfighting me. You're going to be looking at me.
Okay.
Right? So we're not going to shoot for this. But just keep working at it as if you're shooting.
Right.
So you're going to be doing whatever maneuvering your ship around with the left hand, but the main thing is you're forward and back as we come in to the merge, right? Well, actually, let me teach you the merge first. So for the merge is in dogfighting is when the two aircraft or spacecraft fly past one another. You fly toward one another to engage, and then you fly past one another and you break off and you both circle around for the dogfight, right? So for the merge in Star Citizen, most amateurs are just going to fly straight at you, very likely crash into you when they get there. And then just like blow past you if they don't crash into you. You holding that side strafe the whole time is going to drastically reduce the chances that they're going to fly into you and crash. So let's just do that now, right? So you go ahead and do your side strafe fly toward me with your speed limiter set, and go ahead and target me, right?
Why isn't that? It's not let me target you. Or no, target. Okay, we're good.
Okay, so go ahead and keep at it. Fly toward me, and then we blow by one another, right? So see how that works, the jousting? Yep. We buzz past one another. Because you're using that side strafe, I'm not crashing into you. I'm flying like a noob, so I probably would have crashed into you by now if you weren't using that side strafe.
Right.
Skidded assault, right? It's keeping you out of my way. So that's the beginnings, but here's the next part. The next part is we want you to try to get out of that whole jousting situation. So what you're going to do is aim for me, and then before we get to the point where we're going to pass one another, start turning early so that after the merge, you'll be pointing at me when I'm still flying past and waiting to make my turn, right?
Yeah, I usually anticipate the flyby. That's usually my style of like this. I've been doing this pretty much nonstop the past couple days, but I haven't figured out how to stay behind somebody. Yeah, staying behind somebody with the current flight model kind of is mostly impossible unless they don't know what the hell they're doing, which is shitty. That's one of the reasons I hate the flight model. So it used to be you could stay if you like, especially if you're in a more maneuverable fighter. You know, you used to be able to stay behind them. Now you got people in freaking Vanguards that can keep their nose on you when you're in one of the fastest, lightest fighters. It's ridiculous. Okay, so basically there's that. But the next step to it as we're doing this is you wanting to maintain the range, right? So now we're going to talk about you don't want me within 1,000 meters of you. So what you're going to be doing is, instead of flying toward me, you can just do the side strafe itself, and then you'll be actually strafing backwards away from me instead of flying toward me. So do that. So now essentially you're going to be holding backwards into the side instead of forwards into the side. Right. Wait, am I still going forward thrust though, right? Nope. No, backward thrust. You don't want to get that close to me because you don't want me to EMP you, right? Right. So that's why you're going to be flying backward away from me. Basically, you're creating small orbits around your target. You're just trying to control the situation. So we're at less than 1,000 meters, right? So you need to be strafing back more. If you got your speed limiter set to SCM or close to it, you're going to want. I'm at SCM. Okay, there goes the throttle. For some reason, it wasn't even going up to my speed limiter. It was just stuck at SCM. Right. Okay. There you go.
So I'm going to go ahead and start changing things up a little bit. Now, the thing is, I'm not actually restricted to staying at this speed, right? So if I was a real
Right.
target and I was trying to do this, I'm going to be turning my speed up and coming after you.
Right.
And what you need to do is be watching for that. And as soon as you see that range closing, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, I need to get away from them because you see that bubble around me?
Right.
That's my EMP ready to eat you. So when you see that, you're going to want to...
Yeah, my SCM's getting stuck. It's not moving when I want it to. It keeps doing it. Like it randomly, I'll hit the wheel to roll it up and down, but it just doesn't move.
Well, you might want to try that.
I have a lot of controls to still figure out. I haven't set all the controls up yet.
You know, try doing a button for SCM disable,
Just toggle
enable and disable. Yeah, toggle it on and off. Try that. So you'll set it to, like, you know, somewhere between like halfway between SCM and the line above it, and up to like at the line above it. You'll have to kind of tweak it and see how it works for you.
I got it set now, and it looks like it's working. Hopefully.
All right, now where the heck is Diamond? There you are. Okay, Diamond, same thing. I want you to come in for the merge. Make sure you're using that skidded assault always.
Radar lock. Who's locking me?
That didn't look like you had a skidded assault going. Were you holding strafe?
No, I wasn't at all. I was trying to figure out what you were, how close we were actually to each other. So you want me to just hold this one of the strafe buttons as we go by, basically, and just keep
hold
pointing at you?
strafe to one side or the other constantly. Yep. So you're holding full forward with your speed limiter set to a little over SCM, and full strafe to one side or the other. And make sure you target me as well.
Oh yeah, how do you target somebody?
Ooh,
T.
yeah, still no strafe going on.
Should I just smash right into you if I can't do anything else?
No. Again, like you should have been if you were at full forward thrust and full side strafe, that should not have happened.
I know. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how to do a good strike because I'm using my hat to do this forward and side strafe, so I'm using my fingers to do the side strafe now on my keyboard while I'm doing the hat to use my forward, and yeah, I'm figuring it out.
What do you use for thrust? Forward and back.
Use your forward, so to fly forward, you're using a hat.
Yeah.
I would definitely keep that on the keyboard for your W and your S.
Yeah. Okay.
And then use the hat for up, down, left, and right.
Okay, because I've been using the buttons for at least the up and down part. And I threw the left and right on the hat, but I'll take that off the hat.
Yeah, I would do up, down, left, right on the hat. So strafe up, strafe down, strafe left, strafe right, all in the hat. And then use you said your left hand's on the keyboard, right? So it would be your W and your S keys, Whiskey and Sierra for forward and back.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so that's all there. So keyboard mouse going to joystick.
Best fighter for noobs, Nofa says. So it really doesn't come down to best fighter for noobs. It comes down to best fighter, unfortunately. The only way you might kind of like try to separate it is a noob is probably going to get aggravated less if they're not dying quite as fast, so something that's more durable.
Honestly, I feel like the Buccaneer was crazy good.
Yeah,
Like,
it
should
is.
Use it.
It's just massively overpowered. It's totally OP right now. But it is fairly fragile. So Nofa, I mean, what is your goal? Is your goal to become a PvP dogfighter, or is your goal just for doing PvE? Just PvE, but you're interested in doing combat. You might just want to go with a Vanguard then. If you're going to get into some PvP, then unless you're being trolly with the PvP is super hard. Yep.
Okay, so the hat you want me to do what exactly?
Strafe
I'm
left, strafe down, strafe left, strafe right.
Okay, so hat, strafe up, straight down, strafe right. Okay, so I'm gonna take that and put that to strafe. Strafe up is now going to be that, and strafe down is now going to be that. Now, throttle forward and backward, just put that the W and the S.
Yep.
So what's
And then
the
make sure
best
you have
way?
something convenient to
Oh.
toggle your speed limiter on and off. Go ahead, Rabbit.
What's the best way to change directions? Let's say I'm strafing left on you and sticking to the left so I can target you and we're flying by each other and I'm like, hey, I want to change up and I want to strafe right. Is it best to do like a roll into that? Because obviously if you try and go from left to right, you have to go through stop to get there, right?
Right. Okay. So that's the only real thing is how are you going to change your direction? Yeah, like doing that reversal like that, as I said, that comes into the, like the pip wiggling. It actually is going to make you harder to hit. But basically, what you're going to want to do is have it not be like 180 degrees. But you're going to be constantly, like the strafe directions are relative to where you're looking, right? To where the front of your ship is pointing. And since you're going to be trying to aim at the enemy most of the time, the direction your ship's pointing in is going to be changing all the time anyway. So you're not too likely to wind up like trying to do an exact opposite
direction,
thrust to
right.
where you come to a stop and then accelerate again, because it's always going to be offset by whatever degree you've turned your ship
I ask
to.
because that's where I usually find my thrusters going out. So I'm strafing left. I'm like, all right, I want to change up a little bit. And it's like I overcorrect too much, and my thrusters are like trying to catch up. Change that direction.
Okay, so your thrusters, the only way that they should overheat is if you're using afterburner generally, right?
Okay.
They're not overheating on you without using afterburner, are they? I mean, they will once you've kind of like cooked them with the afterburner, but
I probably do hit the. Usually when I'm trying to change direction, yeah, I'm pumping the afterburner to try and get it to.
so
move where
what
I
you
want it to go.
mostly want to use the afterburner for is like taps,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Rather than holding it. Now, if you're in a ship that does really, really well on afterburner, the Hawk does pretty good compared to some, but not nearly as good as something like the Talon. But for the most part, you want to be doing like a quarter
Short
second,
burst.
half second burst. And you do it right when you change directions, right when you do your change of strafe direction is when you want to tap it.
Okay. And does the afterburner apply to all the thrusters, strafing thrusters, or is it just your forward and back?
All.
Okay.
All. Yep.
Can you run out of bullets? My trigger doesn't have any more bullets in it. I just got my slow ones.
Yeah. If depending on what weapons you have, yeah, if you're running the default loadout on the Avenger, then your front weapon is a Gatling, so that'll run out of ammo. So you have to go back to the space station, Orion.
Oh, I could just run right into people and blow up again.
I was looking at my menus. I'm like, okay, I just got
I'm getting really good at ramming. Let me get one of those Aegis hammerheads and I'll
right. I was
make that make that my thing. No, I know.
By the way, Trev,
I'm
thanks
never
for all
going.
the tips, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. Happy to help.
Yeah, I'm not looking to be like a super fighter. I know I'm not going to be the greatest starfighter ever, but I need to, be able to protect myself, kind of thing. And I would like to do a bounty hunt every now and again.
Right.
But I'm not going to go out and make my career as a pirate. But I might do, raiding kind of stuff if I get more into that, and mining and like attacking ships, and when they get into being able to do boarding parties and stuff like that. That kind of thing I think I'd be into. Strategy
we're gonna be
is
trying to do that kind of stuff.
Strategy is my forte, not necessarily physical.
Yeah, you should
dexterity.
have fun with some of the scenarios that we're looking to put together then. Only thing is we need more peoples.
Yeah.
Come on, peoples. We need more peoples. What's up, Justin? MIS, yeah. Good old missile boat. I thought I had a second Hawk for when I need to provide one for somebody, but it seems I do not. Do you have Did that hawk get blown up that you were in Wabbit, or
No, I'm still in it. He took out a wing.
took out a wing?
Really?
All right. Um, try and fly back to the space station and see if they'll let you repair it. It probably won't, but
What was the keybind for toggling the? What's it called for toggling your cutoff?
speed limiter.
Okay, it's just toggle
Yeah.
on or off, I assume.
I've never actually used that keybind because of my setup, although I've thought maybe I should.
It's just weird because when I'm in the heat of like moving 3 axes at a time, when I go to change my speed limiter, it just doesn't respond. Like I have to either back off the thruster. I don't understand why it's not responding for me sometimes.
I'm trying
So
to
speed
incorporate the
limiter
speed
on
brake.
off.
Speed limiter on off. All right. Probably have that
Doors
bound.
are now closing.
That's under
Yeah.
flight movement, right?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have it bound. Okay.
I don't know if it'll let you fix that or not since it's not yours. But give it a try.
Yeah, I'll try.
When you're gonna request landing, it'll definitely assign you a pad. When you land on the pad, though, it may treat it as if it's not your pad because the pad isn't
Right.
assigned to that ship.
Wait, I can't jump to Everest. It's on.
There's you're gonna have to jump to a
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the point,
to an orbital marker.
Nearing next stop.
Excuse me, Quantum, please turn off now.
Oh,
Uh,
when the quantum decides it's going to crash you into a moon or a planet, if you're prepared, you can stop it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Um,
trying. It just wouldn't turn off. It finally did.
With
I thought I was
with
about
the
to die.
with the I key, the India key.
For me, it's B.
No, that's what I was getting at.
Oh.
If you hover your finger over I as in India,
Mhm.
that will instantly kill the quantum 100% of the time.
Oh, you're cutting off the engines. Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. Good call. Never thought of it.
I think I did that by accident once.
Come on, lock on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot about that. Drover says, okay, so when you come to try to repair, use the MFD comms to call for landing instead of using your Moby Glass. That should solve the problem.
Okay.
Pilot travel. Why not rest at the next newly renovated accommodation? Located downtown.
Just clarify. MFD are the screens in the ship, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
That's also where you enable the EMP on the Hawk or any other ship that has it. And it's also where you do your overclocking, which does drastically improve your combat potency. Generally, it's going to make trigger discipline more important if you overclock your guns because you get it hits a whole lot harder, but you get much shorter bursts.
Okay. I've got to get out of the seat because my MFDs are not working. I can't interact with them.
Hold F as in Fox and
Yeah, it's just going
doesn't
to a
work?
circle. It's not giving me the arrow.
Hmm.
When I zoom in, it gives me a crosshair. I'm gonna have to. I'm assuming if I exit the ship and come back in, it should solve it.
It might, or it might be a problem because it's not your ship,
Yeah, let me see.
but it should work. In theory. More useful, Alex. What a jerk, that Alex guy. All right, so what else? So we pretty much covered that. So the biggest thing is going to be. Oh, did you get back flying yet, Diamond?
Just getting to the hangar now.
So that's interesting. You can get out of the top of the Hawk, but you have to get back in from the bottom. Oh.
No, you can't actually get out of the top. It's just that various different vehicles will glitch
Okay.
to where you kind of pop through the top. They'll even do it on ships, like multi-crew ships, where you're supposed to be walking around inside. When you get out of your seat, you'll just pop through the canopy sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, after I do this,
But
I
no
need to go
hands.
do some shopping and get some actual armor, because I haven't had armor since like the first day I started. I had to buy
Right.
the only armor that was like this hot pink
Right.
freaky armor.
Grimhex is like the best place. Grimhex and Olisar are the two best places to shop for armor.
Okay.
Come on. Got out. I can't get back in now, so not giving me the options.
Because the person who owns the ship logged off, I think.
I saw it for a
Yeah.
second, just one quick second, then it went away.
It should be like up a little toward the front of the ship from there.
Yeah. I can see
like
the
right
hatch,
behind the
but
red window. Yeah,
it
but if
might
it's
have
not
just-
working, it's
Well, actually, the
gonna-
hatch thing, the icon just showed up there. Nope. Yep. I think because he logged off, it's just bugging out. It's teasing me with the icon, but it's not letting me do it.
Launch complete. Landing complete.
Yeah, it's not letting me back in.
all right. Web it.
Yep.
Pop of this one. Oh, son of a bitch! Are you kidding me? Am I really having this again?
Yeah, you're kind of bouncing back and forth. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That can't have come unglued. There's no way. Is there? Terrible noise. You gonna try getting that one?
Thank you.
Okay.
Please visit again.
Shit. Oh, wait. There it was there for a second.
Danger. Engines overheating.
Retract landing gear.
Gear up.
I had to put some
just
voice commands in.
The owner of that ship logged off, I think, like a half hour ago or more.
The Hawk that I
Right.
was in, right?
Yeah.
What's the altitude that you have to get to be out of atmosphere?
It varies depending on what planet or moon. Here it's like around 80,000, I think.
Microtech is?
Oh, Microtech is, I think Microtech's around the same. I think it's like 70 something thousand, 80,000.
Okay.
If you're still, are you still spawning down at New Babbage?
Yeah.
First thing you should do under those circumstances is request landing at the space station above before you even go anywhere else, so that if you get disconnected or something, you don't have to go ride the train and all that again.
Okay.
And then as soon as you get here, request landing at the spaceport. We are here. As soon as it says that like a landing pad's been assigned to you, then that's your new spawn point.
Okay.
You know what? I'm having the same issue with the MDFs on yours. I wonder if, because it's not mine, I can't use them.
Shouldn't be, but you never know.
Hello.
It's entirely possible or even likely that that's the case.
Yeah, it could just be me bugging out too.
No, it's probably Star Citizen. That's Star Citizen being Star Citizen.
Quality.
Yeah.
But you know, I play a lot of PoE and I see the same thing there. I'm still playing. I'm still here.
Yeah, it's totally worth the aggravation as long as you got some patience. What's PoE?
Path of Exile. It's a ARPG. It's highly addictive if you give it the time to learn. It's kind of like this. There's a lot to learn, There's a ton of mechanics, but if you give it some time, it's highly addictive, and it's a anger-inducing addiction at times.
Are you quantum jumping right now, Trip?
I'm not. I'm in elevator at the moment.
Oh, so I'm trying to use you as a target for my. I don't
Preferably
think I should
don't.
do- I don't.
Don't use party members unless you have to. That just makes you more subject to bugs. So at this point, you should just be clicking Hurston and just quantum
Okay.
Hurston.
Yeah, I need to get to that station anyway.
I have a hatch icon 7 million
Or is that
kilometers
just-
away. That's probably my hatch that I couldn't open.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't working.
Sounds legit. Ah, crap. Is this thing stock? Oops.
How do you turn off a targeting lock? Like if I want to untarget something.
I think it's left shift T. Or it's either left shift T, left control T, or left alt T. Pretty sure it's one of those.
Left Alt T. That's it.
That's not it.
I thought the ship was loaded out, and it's not, so I gotta go pull it off the pad and load it up.
No
I
worries.
take a minute or two. All right. So anyway, that's pretty much gives you your dogfighting basics. I mean, the biggest thing from that point on is just practicing it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the thing that is most likely to kill you when doing like the PvE bounty missions and stuff is crashing into asteroids and station pieces, especially since there's a whole lot of invisible stuff to crash into. In particular, stay well clear of any of like the debris, as opposed to the rocks. The debris seems to have much higher chances of crashing into something that's you can't see if you stay away from the debris. But don't go real crazy with like your strafing around in various directions. I've mostly managed to break that habit and stop dying that way frequently, but
Still can happen.
yeah. Turn off coolers as theft prevention. Nice. So we're gonna take a look here once we get our shit together. How much time do you guys have? How much longer am I gonna have you?
I'm
two
on
around.
for a while still. I'm probably up all night.
Nice,
The joy of being the business owner, you get to decide when you want a day off.
nice. What about you, Slug?
I
much
have
time you
nowhere
got?
to be. I've got all the time in the world.
Roger that.
Alright, I'm trying to find a station on outside Hessen to land on. Okay.
Okay, so the station icon is basically like a square with rounded off corners.
Home plate.
Okay, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I call it.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. I guess I haven't actually seen one in 20 years, but I think it seems logical. Seems like it works. So it's the only thing that has that icon, unlike all the freaking diamonds. Why? Why do the orbital markers have the same symbol as like every other thing in the
Right.
sky? I mean, it's slightly bigger diamond is what it is, but like, come on, killing me.
I can't get. You guys are all behind a planet, so I need to go like to something on the other side of a planet, don't I? To get
Bro, no,
past
no, well,
that.
hold on. Hold on for a step. First
Yeah.
thing is, aren't you trying to set your bind to the station above New Babbage?
I'm trying to get from New Babbage. Oh, you want me to set at the New Babbage station?
Yeah, like you might as
Okay.
well, just so that if you have to
I
start
thought you
over,
wanted me to
don't-
go to some station around Hurston. Okay, hold on a second. Let me
No,
see if can-
I do, but like that'll give you the intermediate step so that if something happens, you don't have to ride the train and everything all over again, right?
All right.
Anytime that I take off from a planet, the first thing I do, no matter what I'm doing, well, almost always, is bind to the space station above.
And all you
So,
have to do is
oh,
request
Oh.
landing. I thought you had to actually land at it.
Yeah, that's how it
OM1.
was at.
OM1, is that it? Is
No,
that
it's
the
Port Tressler.
Port Tressler?
OM1 is the orbital marker, so there's 6 orbital markers around every planet and around every moon, and that's how you fly around a planet or moon manually.
That's what I thought I was doing. I think
And
I need to do that.
the when you set a route in the star map, that's supposed to do it, but it very often does not.
Star maps. Get your star maps.
So a lot of times you have to clear out your destination and then do it manually when you need to get around the moon or the planet, unfortunately.
Engage warp.
Oh, no, it is. It was the right
Jumping.
layout.
Hey, can I actually see you in this window on the space station?
Yes. Hang on a second, I'll walk over there. So we get the ship.
Okay,
That's part of the Magic Star Citizen.
That's kind of cool. Just makes you want to reach out and touch somebody.
Oh, people will try to reach out and touch you through the glass with their ship once in a while.
I'm sure. With a nice big laser cannon on the front.
Engage warp.
There you go.
Affirmative.
I see the marker. Oh, there you are. I see you. Oh, I'm upside down. That's why. It's hilarious. Nice. You're so tiny.
Yep.
Hey, while you're in there, give me a couple hot dogs. Extra ketchup.
No hot dogs. Trip does not
Ah.
touch. Your trip's all about the burritos.
Alright. Make it a chimichanga. We got a deal.
Until I see a Nathan sign on those hot dog stands, I'm not touching the hot
True.
dogs.
That's a good point. Space dogs. I ain't seen no cows. Plenty of rats. You know, eating a rat burger?
Yeah, yeah.
Wonder how much firepower it'd take to blow up a space station.
So far, I'm sure an infinite amount because the
Right.
stations I don't think are actually implemented as anything other than a permanent. Yeah. Well, I know, you know, main stations like this, they're obviously not going to want you destroying a station that's like supposed to be there.
Right.
But I do believe that they're going to have destroyable stations someday, some very distant day. All right. Right. Ship should be pad 2.
Just 30 million kilometers away. I'll be there in 30
See you
million
coming in.
kilometers.
In 45 people on the server. I'm surprised nobody's come by and tried to blow me up yet.
Not too bad here. Grimhex and Alyssa are the main places that happens. Roger that, Justin. Did you ever answer me on how to say your name, by the way? Juiced, Juice, Jew, Who, Q.
I'd like to do one of those missions where, like I'm just sitting in one of the turrets and like a hammerhead or something, and we're going against raiders or something. I think that would be something for me that would be interesting to crew for a while.
Yes, we can do something like that probably later on. There one little caveat here is that turrets do bug a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll fall out of them, or they'll stop functioning, or you won't be able. You'll try to get out and you'll wind up bugged. There's all kinds of fun bugs with the turrets. Turrets are definitely a little bit risky to use at this point in time, but we'll
That's
do
all
something
right.
like that later on.
I've had to pull off my helmet many times to kill myself. So I
Right.
think it's much more fun than just pushing a button, taking your
Right.
helmet off. The fun part is when you take your helmet off and you don't die, and you're just there alive in space, helmet free.
Now, unfortunately, a lot of times you can't get the Mobi glass to open up. But most of the time, if you can't get the Mobi glass to open up, the backspace key doesn't work either.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and fly a little distance out here.
So when I get to Hurston, you want me to look for a station and then fly to it?
Yes.
And
So it'll
ask
be
to
Port,
land?
or it'll be Everest Harbor. The space stations around the planets are always more or less above the capital city landing zone, the shield kind of logo, the house-shaped one. Thank you for the follow, Keon, and welcome to the channel. All right, Wabbit, you coming?
Yeah. I've got a big red letter say halt current velocity 11.
Oh, that. Yeah.
I assume that means I'm still moving. It just doesn't like it.
So you trying to stop?
No.
Oh, that's security, NBC security forces trying to scan you, check, make sure you don't have anything illegal.
Stop. Gotcha.
They're supposed to stop. Fortunately, it no longer gives you crime stat. It only gives you like the equivalent to a parking ticket that you're supposed to go to the terminals and pay.
Gotcha.
So it used to be a much bigger deal. If you screwed up, then you'd wind up with a crime stat and then somebody kill you and go to prison. So sure enough,
Guess I'll stop and let him take a look. Where is this guy? Can you actually see him scanning you?
you sometimes can see them. Sometimes they'll be close enough for you to see.
Gotcha.
But you probably already kind of like ran away from him.
Let me check my crime stat. Does it even show up in the crime stat?
No.
What about the journal?
Yeah, probably should show in the journal, I would think.
No, he must cop to me because I got nothing there.
Quantum travel complete.
So it seems I need to take my left-hand joystick out for another repair, which means I think I know. I think the shaft is turning in the gimbal. Crap. I think I might just go ahead and do that on stream this time.
Do you fly dual sticks?
Yeah, it's very custom dual stick setup.
Nice.
So what shape is the station's?
Okay, so the station logo is always like a square with rounded off corners.
So like
And it's
an
always
octagon.
above. It's always above the landing zone, and the landing zone is the one that's kind of shaped like somebody said, shaped like a house. Is I think the best description that I've heard so far. I always thought it was more like
A square
shield.
with rounded off corners, as in a hectagon, right? Or,
No, it's just like a, and you might almost call it like a circle with flattened sides, square with rounded off corners.
circle, flattened square. I am not seeing.
It's-
I'm seeing circles. I'm seeing.
Okay,
like,
so if you turn
hexagon-looking
if
things,
you turn your
diamonds.
quantum drive off, right?
Yeah.
Do you see our party markers somewhere? Not on the star map, like just looking around your ship.
You're
Look
gonna-
around the planet and see if you see our name somewhere.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, and then now if you turn on your quantum drive right there, see if
Mhm.
you can see the circle with the round corners, or the square with the round corners.
Oh, let's see it. I see you guys. I see a red square. I see a red. Oh, okay. Just slightly rounded is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I have enough fuel to get there.
Oh, you do. It takes like 0.01 or 0.001 or something, probably to get from there to here. So, as I was saying, I gotta see what options I have.
Okay,
I'm
just
afraid
set
of
me in
this
a whole
thought
different
that
direction
I.
around the planet.
Wizard of Oz. Bounty's named Wizard of Oz. It's actually a certification.
I'm in Adeo. Shit, that's not where I'm supposed to be.
He's a Crusader. You're where?
Adele. I think it's one of those planets out in the outer rings.
No, there's only 4 planets. They're Hurston,
I'm at
Crusader,
Ariel.
ArcCorp, and Microsec.
Somehow I got to
Kilometers
Ariel.
away from us. He's got to be on the other side of this planet.
Yeah.
For some reason, I clicked on Ariel instead of whatever I was supposed to be clicking on.
Right. Ariel's one of the moons. Yeah.
Yeah, so somehow I got there.
Oh, seriously.
Alright, okay, now. Shit. Okay, I can see you two. This fucking map is so fucked in the... There.
Yeah, the map sucks.
Okay. There it is, Everest Harbor. Well, it was there for a second. No, it's not there.
You'll get used to, so like in the star map, you double, if you're going to do it that way, you don't have to actually set it in your star map. You can just not use your star map at all. If, so right now, actually, we'll teach you that. So just, if you have your star map open, hit clear route up at the top.
Okay.
Hit clear route and then like the little crosshair next to it and close your map. And then point your nose toward us. Let's see, you
Okay.
probably got this planet in between, right? Yeah. So what you're going to do actually is look for one of the orbital markers that's in the right general direction. So it'll be a diamond that's a little bigger than the other diamonds, and it should be sort of near the horizon. You might actually have to go to one that's sort of above you from the planet to get the first one. When you first arrive at the planet, usually you're at too low altitude to see or for it to show the orbital markers.
God damn it.
I think I'm on the ground.
My fault.
I am upside down on the ground in the earth. How the fuck did this happen?
Did you have your cruise control set or something, or decoupled?
I don't know. No, I didn't. I'm upside down and I can't get my ship to go back up. No.
I mean, I'm gonna actually, well, if nothing else other than curiosity, I'm coming.
Okay, now I got backwards. Okay, now I got thrust forward. Thrust forward. No. There we go. Got myself horizontal. Now.
So first question is, why were you continuing to move? So underneath where like your little speedometer thing is, down below that should say gear and then CPLD. Does CPLD have a filled in circle next to it?
Gear, CPLD. Hold on. Nope.
Underneath speedometer, you see it says gear, CPLD, and ESP. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
You do see
ESP,
that?
ESP, yeah, it says that.
So
It's
if
marked.
CPLD does not have a filled-in dot to the left of it like ESP, then you are decoupled, and that's what caused this.
Oh, well, that's
You
what
decouple by hitting V as in Victor, I believe.
Oh, I probably meant to hit. I probably meant to hit B and hit V by accident.
All right, so that's what caused it.
All right, back out into space.
But you're not wrecked. That's miraculous.
That's good.
You survived this,
I'm sure there's a saint I'm supposed to thank for that kind of thing.
right? And I have to decide what to do about my joystick situation here. Six. need to find something I can use to glue that. But everything is still hard to find because I still haven't unpacked most of this stuff. Need like some super glue or ideally some like JB Weld. I don't know.
I got some super glue right here for you, right on my desk. Here you go.
Pass it over. Yep. You can email it to me.
Little quick, tight action. Be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just getting out of atmosphere about now. Not quite yet.
Where is that space station?
That's what I'm looking for right now.
There it is. Oh, I'm actually basically at it, so I'm not finding it. Oh yeah,
You're
only
at, you're at
78
the
kilometers
station?
now.
You're at the
Yeah.
station? Okay. So I should try to find you and then point to the thing next to it. Alright, I found you, Jedi. And there's it, let's try right there.
Shields.
It keeps switching between the two of you, trying to...
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be using us as your
I know,
point
I'm
anyway.
trying not to, it just keeps selecting it. Engage
Yeah,
warp.
we're so close. He's probably flipping between all three.
Yeah.
You can use the map. If you go on the map and you double click the station, it's buggy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you can set your route through the map.
Yeah, that's what I just did. Alright,
I'm
I'm
gonna
here.
hop up for a second, guys. Try to grab some effects of this. Be right back.
Sure.
Am I in comms range? Okay, perfect. Air brake, why isn't it working?
Yeah, I'm bugging out right now too. My shit's not working.
Okay. Dead in space. No. Comms. Call new. Everest Harbor. Hailing.
Please proceed to assigned landing back.
Okay, so I don't need to land though, you said.
No, all you have
do
to do is request landing, and that'll set your spawn point.
Cool. Alright, well, done and done.
I need to land because I want to try and repair.
I should land just because I probably need practice. What? Oh shit. Engage landing gear.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Land.
Deployed.
Automated landing engaged.
I got some fancy voice controls done.
Nice. Will it let me repair? Oh, it won't let me repair. I hate you, game.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Let me see.
Stolen ship.
Yep. I guess
Where
I should have
is-
ran into you.
Okay, I can. It says I can repair. It says I can refuel. I'm gonna do all those things. Refuel. Won't let me
Oh,
restock
rub it in,
them.
why don't you?
All right.
Repair that ship.
That's alright. It's not too bad. I didn't lose any wings or anything. It's all cosmetic. We'll be okay.
Yay for me. I should probably take off before they yell at me for staying too long.
I'm going to be trying to repair my ship, IRL, for the next couple minutes here.
I don't
So
know.
if you guys want to like spar with one another, would probably be a good option for you.
Sure.
Launch complete.
Yeah. Fix something real quick.
Retract landing gear.
Retracting docking modules.
Landing gear retracted.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Suppliers, like I said, I can't find any of my tools.
Friendly target. Shields under fire. Shield down. Missile threat.
We actually have. Oh, it's you. Okay. We don't want to do it near the station. Use that criminal stat on you.
What?
You don't want to attack another player near the station. I believe you use that
Mhm.
criminal stat on you.
Well, when he attacks you, he does turn red to you
He did.
without having crime stat. So he may or may not.
The station was firing on him.
Oh, yep, that he
So
does.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He only hit me one time too. I heard it ping the shield once. So
Is that
we
what the
could,
red flashing
I
on
could turn
my-
Actually,
I could bounty hunt you real quick and you can respawn to get that off, or we can just move away from the station. I head towards Trip.
don't.
I don't know how far away I am right now. I've been going away from it.
Just see if you can find me. I'm gonna go about halfway between us and Trip, and that should be. Actually, I'll probably go past Trip. Yeah, as long as we're out of the armistice zone.
Alright. Nope. They're still yelling at me. Am I still too close?
Yeah, just keep coming towards me. gonna be my menu for a second, so give me one
Appear to
second.
be fine.
Where is?
Should I stop trying to kill you?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm in my menus.
Okay. Fine.
Just one, man. I just gotta find one bind. Just one. Where? I guess there's no quick key bind for arming EMP.
No, there isn't. You have to do it in the MFD.
Bummer. Does Game Glass have it? Because I can't use the MFD on this. Actually, I guess Game Glass wouldn't work in here, would it?
Game Glass Game Glass basically only can do things that there's a keybind for anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I see how this is. All right, let's go. You want some?
Wondering if that was a joystick gremlin glitch.
Shields under fire.
Ooh, tagged you. I'm gonna back off because your shields are down.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let you recharge.
You behind me?
Oh yeah. Are you at full throttle?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I can only see Trip. I don't even see you.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
We're locked in a nice opposing barrel roll.
Mm-hmm. I even hit you once.
I think you clipped me a couple times. The main thing, if you think about it, you always want to be moving on 3 axes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like Trip was saying, you want to have 2 different lines of strafe going, and like your roll or your thrust. Well,
Danger.
your
Weapon
roll's not
system
going to make a
is
difference, but your
overheated.
thrust. So that's 3 points of movement. Because basically, I'm just kind of orbiting around you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So let's actually back up a step instead of doing the sparring. Let's actually just get him doing that particular
Okay.
maneuver.
Yeah.
So do it. Kind of go through it step by step, Diamond.
Okay.
Strafe. So right now, just stop your ship. Don't touch anything, and just hold
Oh
strafe
shit, he just
up.
teleported. I lost him completely.
Uh-huh.
Are you still in
Desync?
game?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah, it had to be. That's odd. I don't see
Yeah,
you at all.
that would be
anymore.
desync probably. Maybe a real nasty desync.
I can
or
see
who
Trip.
knows?
Can you still see me?
Yeah, you're 3,100 away from me, right in front of me, dead in front of me.
You don't? Do you not have his party marker?
There he is. Okay, he just popped back up. No, that was crazy. Either lag or desync. He was right in front of me. I was hovering around him, and he disappeared, and he was gone for like 30 seconds. Sorry, you were saying, Trip? Or do you want me to tell him what I'm doing?
I don't think when I did my, I gotta rebind my hat because it's not doing the up and down strafe like it's
All right,
supposed
yeah,
to.
go ahead.
Only give me 1 second.
Yep, now's the time to get that stuff sorted. Yep.
I still need to bind things like target lock and target switching. I don't have that in any of my. I have a lot of bindings I still have to do.
Strafe
So
up,
for
right
targeting-
hat 1.
My preferred setup for targeting is target. I use target under reticle or target forward. I forget what they call it now, but it basically is to target what you're looking at, what like you're currently holding your
Is it
crosshair on or
cycle
near.
lock forward? Is that it?
No. Cycle lock forward is to cycle through all available targets forward
Okay.
versus for cycling back or like after
What
you pass
what
one,
does
you
the
want to-
shift bar normally do when you push the shift bar when you're taking off? What's that
That
called?
raises you. That's your strafe up.
That is strafe
Oh,
up?
I thought it was
Okay.
spacebar.
Oh, I'm sorry, no.
Spacebar.
Spacebar is strafe up. I'm sorry, shift is thrust. Your thruster, your afterburner.
Oh, afterburner.
Okay.
Right there you go.
Okay. Alright. That should be good. Alright. Return to game.
I think what you were saying, Trip. I think that is T, because usually I hit that when I have my cursor on somebody and it'll target lock them.
Right. So I use target ahead or target under reticle or whatever they're calling it these days. And
And you
then
just switch between your targets manually.
I use target nearest hostile and target nearest attacker. Those are the 3 targeting functions that I actually use. So targeting nearest attacker will only target if they are targeting you. So if somebody's shooting at you, it's pretty much guaranteed that that's going to give you the person who's shooting at you. But a lot of times, nobody will actually have you actively targeted yet, so you'll hit that one and nothing happens, and then I switch to target nearest hostile,
Gotcha.
which would be anybody who's red.
Which I assume you use those mostly in PvP situations, right?
No, use them for
Next
PvP
target.
and PvE.
Oh, okay. See, I would figure under reticule, you're mostly using that in PvE.
Hello. Okay.
Is there any way to keep it from zooming in when you're locked
Yeah.
onto another player?
So if you hit escape and go to escape options, the very left column, game settings,
Okay.
there's one there for like auto zoom.
Is that hitting you?
Yeah, you hit me. Man, this thing must be way down the list.
I've lost audio for some
Here we go. Vehicles, targeting, enable auto zoom, unlock
Ooh.
target.
That I did not. Did you do that or did I do that? I wasn't moving.
Do what? I'm still on menus.
Hell, I lost audio. Oh shit, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
I can hear you.
We hear you, but theoretically he can't hear us telling
Yeah,
you
he
not
can't hear
him
us.
that- yeah. So it doesn't do us any good to say it, but we hear you.
I'll type in game. Oh, he killed me. Oh, he crashed into me.
Did he crash into you and kill you?
Test 1, 2. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
on there.
Let's grab the ship again.
Why I'm not getting you guys, I do not know.
But you can't
How can I
hear
get
us.
done?
Don't worry about another ship for now until we're ready to go. I'll just pull out my Titan.
Okay.
Can you hear us? He might be getting the same thing that happens to me with Discord. You have to flip on and off your default devices.
For starters, you can set the shortcuts so that it always starts Discord as administrator and set the shortcuts so it always starts Star Citizen as administrator, and for most people that'll prevent Any problems?
I tried the administrator
But I
trick. I don't know
can-
what it is about my Discord. I think it's something with the NVIDIA drivers because it was back about a year ago.
Are you
NVIDIA
guys still
released a
there?
driver.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
can you hear us?
Yeah, we hear
Wave
you.
if
Can you hear us?
me? I can see you, but I've lost all connection with you guys somehow.
Wait, is this him?
Test one, two, testing.
I don't know if he
Test
has
one,
party
two.
chat on.
I don't know what to do.
Probably not.
Oh wait, that's not him. He's. Why is it showing that he's 31 million kilometers away again?
Yeah, I'm seeing him.
Is that just a
Same-
bug on
same
my
as
part, or is
Dan.
he actually that far away?
I'm seeing the same. I don't know.
I could have swore he requested landing here.
Let me see what's going on here. What about with my party? Here. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna try
Affirmative,
restarting
Commander.
my audio and sometimes does. Oh, no. Test 1, 2, testing 1, 2. I can hear. I can't hear anything.
You are most welcome.
I think my thing has died. My headset. Hold on. Okay, now I should be able to hear you guys, but not my own microphone. But I'm still not hearing shit. I gotta go. I think I'm done.
Oh man, I still, you know what? I forgot some of the alpha of this shit.
Oh yeah.
Not only am I missing guns, I'm missing like better cool aim. It should still be okay.
Well, I get the feeling that you're planning on flying with me quite a bit.
No doubt.
Not to make any presumptions, but I am pretty awesome, so it's understandable.
I've already probably put about 40, 50 years in this game just for free flight, man. So the thing was, my buddy showed it to me, and we were talking in chat. You guys were a lot of it, and it's really, it's kind of between the fences. I bought into Wilson, I bought into Anthem, Cyberpunk, and they're all disappointments.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Some level. So, you know, it's another game where I want to throw. But the difference with those were, I threw money down before I actually had the chance to play, before I could actually see it being played. You know, there's nothing there. Where with Star Citizen, okay, I plopped down $90, but I'm getting $90 from the team, and even if it doesn't finish, even if something doesn't happen, you know, I feel like I'm gonna get that $90 back. So.
Yeah, that's. I absolutely feel like it's well worth the purchase price just for what we have right now. Even if it never advanced any further, for me, it would be well worth it. We'll try
What's
somebody in.
funny is, when I first played with a buddy, we did first-person shooter stuff, and I was like, I wasn't too keen on that. It was really rough. I was like, you know, this ain't got anything like Destiny gunplay. Look at gunplay, first-person shooter. Always get Destiny 2 doesn't matter how well the gunplay's done. I was like, you know, if we bump that up, you know, maybe, and then we got shit. So flying around like that.
Yeah, hold on one sec there. DiamondSlug, hey, thank you so much for the gift subs, man. That is amazing. DiamondSlug has gifted 5 subs, guys. Please thank DiamondSlug if you are picking up these gift subs. If you're the one getting them, please thank DiamondSlug for that gift sub. And check out the emotes. I need to get some more emotes going, but right now what we got is the Trip Rodriguez Joystick Guru 3-part emote. And you can have some fun by putting the dual sticks with the arms on them with some other emote in between in the middle to give you a little bit of functionality that you might use even on other streams. So enjoy, guys. Sorry, didn't mean to talk over you there.
I didn't see the what sold me on it was the ship flying. This feels so much like Descent 3 and 1. I've played that game for 15 years now, so.
That's weird. See, for me, I love Descent. But for me, Descent never, I never
What you doing to the cat?
registered it even as flying.
Alright, my stream of me. It's just me. So, I don't know what you're hearing at this point, but I'm done. So, let's get out of here.
And the fact that it was like ships was more just like flavor. The gameplay was just Descent gameplay. Descent is Descent, and it was amazing.
Traven. That's a good one, man. That looks good. I think that's the best example I've seen yet. Chip Rodriguez is a certified barrel roll instructor. Damn it, that. Space rolls. Actually, the barrel roll that I taught earlier even is like functional.
Alright, so let's finish this up. Alright, my stream. Always pleasure, always fun. Kind of.
Actually,